Everybody, my name is Allison Ostrander. I'm the Director of Risk Tolerance here at Simpler Trading. And in today's video, I want to talk about a potential setup happening on JPMorgan. So JPM is the symbol, and I like this overall on a couple different time frames. So we'll start here with the daily chart. We can see that our overall moving averages are bullish to the upside. The 10-period simple moving average is above the 30, and both are above the 100. My lower indicators, the Awesome Oscillator, which tracks momentum, and the compound breakout tool, which helps identify trends and the change in trend, is still showing more consolidation at the moment. So I would prefer to start to see this turn bullish, kind of like it did back here for that run to the upside, and start to get some green bars building back up off the zero line, kind of like what we saw here, to add some of that bullish strength. But I love the squeeze that's setting up. The fact that the 10 and 30 have done a really good job of holding support makes me want to jump back in and play this. Now over in the small lots room here at Simpler, we did already put on a trade from last week, and yesterday scalped out of it for a quick win. But because everything's still valid in this setup, I still like the idea of playing it to the upside. On the 4-hour chart, we have a very nice squeeze setting up, bullish sentiment on the compound breakout tool. Momentum is starting to build back up above the zero line, plenty of room to move higher. Our moving averages are still bullish, so this is actually starting to turn a little bit more into that bullish sentiment I want to see on the daily. That's a good sign. If the 4-hour squeeze can start to fire, the idea is that could bleed into the daily squeeze firing to help us out with that bullish sentiment. And on the hourly chart, the squeeze is technically fired here, but you can see we are pulling back right into support. Support's holding. So the idea is if this holds and we can start our next leg higher, that could help the 4-hour chart with the squeeze starting to fire there, and in turn help with the daily squeeze too. So I overall like the trade idea. There are quite a few in the financial sector that are setting up squeezes like this, but to me, JPMorgan kind of looks the best out of all of them. I'm currently in the July 3rd expiration 275-280. Now, as I mentioned, this is a trade I technically already took profits in, so this is my re-entry on it. But it gives it a little bit of time. It is actually a little bit cheaper than what I got into it for. I got in, I think, for $1.58, if I remember correctly. Right now it's $1.33, so a little bit of a discount for anyone who decides to follow along. Just, of course, keep in mind your capital risk. Only risk 100% of what you're willing to lose. But if you did, for example, get a fill at $1.33 here, the magic number, you can see your max profit potential is 367. So great risk versus reward. And technically speaking, if this were to start to move up sooner than later, we wouldn't necessarily need to wait for it to go in the money to be able to scalp a profit off of it. But the July 3rd expiration at least gives it a little bit of time past this week to play the trade idea, to play the squeeze setup, given that Thursday's a holiday, tomorrow's Fed, it's the monthly expiration, right? So I gave it a little bit of additional time, but still kept it out of the money to keep that risk on the smaller side. So we'll see if this squeeze can start to get moving. Perhaps the Fed news will be the catalyst for it. We'll find out. But thank you guys so much for joining me. As always, may the trade be with you, my fellow Jedi.